Oh, hi, Taurus. How you doing? Tea time. Cheers. Mm. Welcome to February. If you'd be interested in booking a reading, visit the website Rubyreadstarot.com. If you catch this before February the 1st, I'm currently offering an additional 15 minutes free to all readings booked, so head over to the website Rubyreadstarot.com to check that out. On the 31st of January, there is a new moon in the sign of Aquarius, which kind of brings on the onset of Aquarius season. February the 1st, it's the Lunar New Year, so happy Chinese New Year to everybody who's celebrating, and happy Lunar New Year. Black Water Tiger, this is a representation of generosity, of ambition, of tenacity, of grace, and of calmness, right? Mercury goes direct on the 3rd, woohoo! And then on the 14th, Mercury enters Aquarius. Not particularly romantic, but free thinking, trying all the new things, adventurous, all of that kind of fun stuff. On the 16th of February is the full moon in Leo. 18th, we have the sun moving into the sign of Pisces. And let's crack on with February for you, Taurus. So the North Node is currently in your sign. Uranus has been in your sign, changing everything. The people you live with, your living arrangements, the dynamics with the people that you live with. A lot is chopping and changing. It's even got a lot to do with your finances, how you're earning your money, how you keep your money, how regular the money is. And I would like to say, Taurus, that this is going to be one of those years where you're going to have to really trust your worthiness. You're really going to have to, and you know what, it's so funny. The cards fell in my lap, but this was the only one that was overturned. That's the Three of Swords, right? So for February, right off the bat, Venus has gone direct, right? So there's no more of that arduous, laborious, heavy energy of having to just pull yourself through January. I think for the most part, January is pretty sluggish for the most part. For most of us anyway, but for you, Taurus, I feel like there is this energy of a broken heart, and it's not a new heartbreak. It's not something new that you discover. Those swords represent past, present, and future. And when they pierce through that heart, there's almost this dichotomy of something that's meant to be so soft and gentle and vulnerable being skewered by something cold and hard and sharp. Do you know what I mean? It's a complete oxymoron. The clouds have gathered in the background and the rain is pouring. There's a lot of intellectual association to heartbreak here. It's what you believe, Taurus. And I feel like you might start this month off questioning the things that you believe, especially in regards to relationships, heartbreak, heart-centered feelings. And Aquarius season, really forward-thinking, outside of the box, cold and detached, almost no place for emotion here. And to have those three swords of intellect pierce through the heart, it's almost saying to me, maybe you're overthinking too much. You're overthinking previous hurts and heartaches. There's a victim mentality here, and perhaps there might even be an element of living in the past. The Five of Cups, living in the past. Taurus. So in the card here, the man's very heavily focused on the loss of whatever those three cups held. He's draped in black. Hold on, Taurus, the baby's coming. Hey, boo-boos. Hey, bookies. Hey, bookies. Here we go. So, sorry about that. He is very heavily focused on the loss. And he's very much aware of the absence of what's missing, which kind of puts him in this vibration of lack and what's missing. very heavily focused on what he doesn't have, what he had and he lost, or what he felt was too good to keep on to. The thing when this card comes up, it's really important to do a bit of a internal assessment. I think you'll find that if you are to manage to shift your perspective out of victimhood, perhaps even, and focus on what you've still got and actually be grateful for the fact that they're still there, what you still got, your resources are more than enough for you to make this journey to where you need to be. And I think right now, Taurus, the beginning of February is going to be a very heavy emphasis on where your heart should be. And that might be with what you have right now. And that's you. North Node in your sign hasn't been easy for most signs. I mean, Cancer really got it. Gemini last year, Taurus really got it. And then, Cancer really got it. And then Gemini really got it. And then this year it's you. A lot that needs your attention, and these heartaches might stem from childhood, and there might be a need for you to revisit where these swords came from. And it's really necessary for you to perhaps reparent yourself a little bit if that's where it came from. You know, be that loving, supporting, mothering voice that you never had, or be the loving, affectionate father that you never had. You know, you can absolutely do that to yourself, and the best way I would suggest that is that you put a picture of your infant self somewhere where you can see it often, and every time you see that little baby's face, just send love. Send them love, because quantumly it'll reach them. And you never know, that love that you send them now might get to them and help them out, energetically speaking. So I guess right now you've got to be working on your energy. Working on your energy does mean that not everything can be super happy all the time. That's complete bullshit. It's completely unrealistic. And when these kind of things come up, it's because something needs to be healed. Something needs to be felt out. And I've always said, and I pertain and I say it, listen, if the tears come, don't ever stop the tears. Don't ever, ever, ever stop yourself from crying and having it all out and feeling all of it and letting it out, because that's purging. Purging means it's no longer in you. It means it's a release. And so, Taurus, I say, right off the beginning of the month, right off the bat, you might need to release a lot of previous things that may have felt like a sword through your heart. Try and resolve them as best as you can, just through healing and self-care and love. Just like when a child is sick, you know, what do they need? More than anything else, they just want to cuddle their mummy or their daddy or whoever's there to give them a cuddle. You know, it's that loving energy, that loving vibration that can lift your spirits. And right now, Taurus, if you're feeling like you don't have that energy available to you, first things first, you got to cultivate that feeling within yourself. So whatever it is that's knocked these cups over, whatever it is that felt like a sword piercing through your heart, one by one, these things have to be brought to light. They have to be discussed, dissected, until they don't hold that weight anymore. It's a vibration, Taurus. And so, if you know that there are things that had happened to you in your life that weren't even your own fault, you forgive those things and you surrender the energetic weight of them, and then you work on giving yourself the love that you desperately want. Where the love may have seeped out from those holes of the bastards that purged those swords through them. It's about changing what happened into something more positive. And I feel like, Taurus, for you, that might actually mean like moving on an emotional journey to go and find what it is that you had felt like you lost, or what it is that you felt like you were missing. And why does it have to do with a happy, secure home? This is memories. This is childhood. This is sentimentality. This is nostalgia. This is going to a place where it feels like home. It feels comfortable. The people here you can trust. You know they got your back. And so you offer your cup without any fear of them being rejected or knocked down or having someone plunge a sword through your heart. The Knight of Pentacles is back to basics, Taurus. And not a lot of people like to hear that, but for me, I think it's so much fun and it's so good to put yourself back in the energy, because every time you do this, every time you decide, okay, you know what, it's too much, I gotta move on, I don't feel like I can pull myself out of this, you gotta take yourself to a place that feels really, really good, because that's where the vibration is. And even if that means you're energetically remembering, you're not physically present there. The Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady, and don't worry, he gets to where he needs to get to. But the thing is, he does things properly. All of the bases are covered. He's not rushing. He's not rushing. Stop letting society pigeonhole you into the system that doesn't work. We all know the system is broken, right? So if you're putting effort and hard work and stuff into it, sometimes it doesn't show up because your vibration is wrong. And we know that we're dealing with a messed up system here. So surrendering the need to fit into society's pigeonholes, society's idea of what success looks like, or society's idea of what is good, is setting yourself up for failure right off the bat. Because you will only go in the direction that feels authentic to you. And that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of willpower. That's the beauty of having your mind right. You can make clear decisions as to where you need to go. And right now, Taurus, I think you need to clear your heart of any victim mentality, any lack mentality, any less than, any feelings that you don't have, because you are you're like bathing in an infested pool of lack at that point. You got to get yourself out. And the only way to do that is to make a conscious effort to know that there are things that need healing, and you will be the parent that you needed to help you get through them. The Queen of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, baby. And they don't just say that. That saying just ain't there for nothing. Cover your bases. Go back to when it began. Go back to when the hurt kicked in. Go back to when it really felt like someone was stabbing you with those swords straight through your heart. Take it all the way back. One by one, slowly but surely cover all of your bases, because that energy gets you to the Queen of Pentacles. Organized, diligent, about her business, no messing around, no restraints, abundant. I'm getting it done because it's me. Because it's me. So, Taurus, do things in a way that feel good to you. You don't have to follow anybody else's template of success, because that's nonsense. All of this stuff is subjective, right? One size doesn't fit all. We're in a world that knows that. I hope people get to realize that truth. You got to be very, very, very careful, Taurus, of illusions, traps that might be set in your way, little gaslighting people things might say, people things might say, la la la. Taurus, look through the smoke and mirrors. Stop lying to yourself. Don't delude yourself. Don't. It's about clarity. And when I put this post up that says, people only attack what's valuable. The enemy will only attack what's valuable. And I feel like here, this is resistance towards you working on what your true inner value is. And sometimes that resistance comes internally, and when we know it comes externally, that's when we have to suffocate. We have to cut it off. We have to cut it off wherever the negativity is coming from. And you have to be objective about this. You have to really objectively ask yourself this. Where is this negativity coming from? And if it's coming from deep within you, then you know that the work is yours. If it's coming from anywhere around you, then Taurus, the longer you keep yourself in a negative situation, the longer you're drawing it out. Either do something about the situation and change it. And if you really hate it, it doesn't matter how much work you do inside, outside, la 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 la. You're still somewhere where you don't want to be. This is about you working your way back to what's precious. And that's your confidence. That's your self-esteem. That's your charisma. That's your value. And so everything that may have been taken or stolen from you will be restored once you start adding value to the importance of how important it is for you to be happy. How important it is for you to be content with yourself. How important it is for you to know your worth first. Everything else will fall into place after you understand that you can have whatever you want. And it's not a dream. It's not an illusion. You're not being deceptive to yourself. If you vibrate on it and if your vibration is high enough, then I promise you can have whatever you want. Don't cheat yourself out of your alignment by focusing on the negativity though. Don't cheat yourself out of the actual tangible results by always looking for the fault. By always looking, oh no, somebody's cheating, somebody's lying. No. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. The Wheel of Fortune. Things get really lucky in Aquarius season. I have a feeling this might have something to do with Mercury going direct as well as Venus being direct. So these close personal planets that just wreaked havoc on people's internals. We've come out of that now. And it's a new terrain. It's a new place. It's a new start. You know, the wheel spins and luck begins. It's about you being in a place of knowing that what goes up must come down. And what comes down must go up. The world. Wow. And the Ten of Wands. I mean, let's just summarize here. There's a lot that you'll be taking away with you in August, Taurus. Life skills, lessons you've learned, tangible things, partnerships, money, financial abundance. You take it all home. These are things that you've accumulated and got way stronger in the process of it, Taurus. Don't give up hope now. You're so close to the final line. You're so close to the end line. Don't spook yourself out of your wins. Be willing to move away from things that you know don't serve you, because the more focused energy that you pour into yourself, Taurus, the more you round up cycles and you begin to become the center of your own universe, and that ego becomes healthy again. We all need an ego, right? If we didn't have an ego, what the hell would we even be doing? A healthy ego is important. I'm not telling you to become narcissistic, but I am asking you to think of the value of your positivity. Think of the value of how much you could create from being in a Queen of Pentacles state. You're flipping the script. You're changing it all up. You're not being held back and you're not being held down, because you're moving towards your victory. Anything you want, you can achieve, Taurus. Just heal. Heal the wounds that need healing so they don't come again and they don't catch you up when they come. Because every time they catch you up, that fall is still going to be a drop. So do the work. Focus on the potential of what can be happening. Focus on the cycles that you know that you need to round up. Focus on what puts you at the center of your universe. Because I promise you, that is all of the stuff that will get you to where you need to be. And Taurus, you're so nearly there. Polish up that pentacle, and that pentacle in this instance is your self-worth, is a healthy ego, is an appreciation for the abundance that naturally surrounds us, is a gracious attitude, it's a grateful attitude. Counting my blessings every single freaking day as I work my way all the way to the top, because I've already been this Queen of Pentacles. That's how I know I am the Queen of Pentacles. And so as much as energy might be wreaking havoc around you, you still got the key to success. You still got the key to the win. And the win is thinking about what it is that you need to drop your defenses too. It's not about being confused or held in a place where you're under attack or you feel defensive, or it's not about being in that place anymore, Taurus. It's about moving on with information and fun, courage and knowledge. Lighten it up, Taurus. Really, lighten it up. You move in great directions this month. And it's the directions that will lead you to the information that you need. It's in the direction that will lead you to the adventure that you need, the opportunities that you need. It all shows up. Be free on your feet. Be ready to go. Be light. But also remember your worth and value. And also know that the best always comes to those that believe in the best for themselves and do the best for others around them. Where you sense you can help others, it's the best way to bring karma back to yourself. So do one thing. While you're on this journey of making yourself feel good, try and make the others around you feel really good too. Positive words of affirmation for others that you see are in a low vibration instantly make you feel better. Taurus, I think that's all I have for you. Happy Aquarius season. Book a reading. Up until the 1st of February, I have 15 minutes additional free. Thank you so much for your love and support, Taurus. It means so much to me. Take it easy. God bless, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.